Let's go through LeetCode 162. Find a peak element. So for this question, give us a nums array. Let us try to find the peak element. Take an example. For example, 1, 2, 3, 1. The number 3 is larger than the left one, and also the larger than the one to the right. So I'll say this number is a peak. For this question, it says that you may imagine that nums -1 and nums n equals minus infinity. So as we can go through the nums array and iterate the array and trying to see whether it's we find an element whether it is greater than its left and larger than right. For this kind of data range, it will be O(n) time complexity. Should be fine, but it asks us to write an algorithm that runs in O log n time. So for O log n, we can think about a binary search. So let's do this way in binary search way. Int n equals nums of length. Let's say int start equals 0, 8 equals n minus 1 start plus 1 smaller than 8. Let's say because we want to start can be 0 and end can be the n minus 1, and we need to for the start index 0, I mean the index 0, we need to compare to the left, but it's left there is no data. We assume that nums -1 is equals to minus infinity. So we can write a help function called get data. Get line. I have the passing this array and also pass the index. So let's say if index equals -1, I return integer invalid all index equals nums length. Otherwise, we just return nums index. So for this binary search, we'll get int mid equals start plus int minus start 2. So I would say int num equals data number nums mid int left num equals data num mid minus 1 int right equals get nums mid plus 1. So we discussed different conditions. Let's say if num greater than left num and num greater than right num, but see means this one is a pick. I return num. Return mid. Return mid. Return. We find the pick. So so this is one scenario. Another scenario is that this num is smaller than left number, which is also smaller than the right number. We can pick any half of that. For example, we can put the n equals mid to find the pick in this area. We can also use a start equals mid to find the pick in the later area. But either way is fine. So I say equal num smaller than left num and num smaller than right num. We have n equals mid. We get the first half and all right, if num great than left number and num smaller than right number. This is num left is greater than the left, but and also so means this there is this kind of chance. And I will say in the right half part, it will always have this kind of change because this infinity. So we'll use the later part. We'll have the start equals mid to find the pick. And the other thing is that if num smaller than left num and num greater than right num, we have the end as mid. So return what? Return nums start if which is greater than nums and then we'll get a start index. Otherwise we'll get the end index. The time complexity is O log n. Space, no actual space, O1.